What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today, I want to focus in on the extension the Boston Bruins agreed to with star center David Krejci that will keep him rocking black and gold for the next 6 years, or 6 years after this year, next 7 years. That'll pay him on average $7.16 million per season for $43 million total. I love the deal. I think first and foremost, you get this out of the way before camp even opens. That's brilliant. It's not a distraction. And to be honest with you, I thought they underpaid him on his last contract and the extension he signed in 2012. Brilliant move. He would have been probably behind, along with Spezza, the best center on the free agent market next July. Would have maybe gotten an $8 million a year deal. Why not? I mean, a 70-point guy. If David Boland can get $5.5 million, and David Krejci is definitely worth 7.5 to 8. Wanted to stay in Boston, got the deal done. Obviously now the pressure is now on getting Krug and Smith signed in the next 2 weeks. We'll see where that happens, but I like this move. I think Krejci, I don't think he did have an awful postseason last year, but he is, for my money, one of the best playoff performers in the NHL. You don't lead the playoffs in scoring twice. Not the Bruins are scoring. The overall NHL Stanley Cup playoffs in scoring twice by accident. He's a big game player that usually comes to play in the big moments. This year's playoff was not a typical playoff performance for David Krejci, and that's fine. You know what? That whole team didn't step up against Montreal, and to pin the loss on Krejci like that would be unfair because there are a lot of guys that didn't play to the level they're capable of. Krejci being one of them. But I really feel like that motivated him this summer. He's going to come back and have one hell of a year this year. He's right now the highest paid Bruin. He's making more money than Bergeron, Chara, and Tuukka Rask. So, those guys are locked up long term, even though, well, with the exception of Chara, they're all on the right side of 30. So, this is a good move for the Bruins, and it just goes to show you, this team, they want to keep this team together. They're not blowing this team up despite last year's playoff disappointment, and I think that's a great positive to take going forward in the next season. I'm really happy with the direction this team's going on that regard. They still got to get Smith and Krug signed. That got to be the priority right now. And, I think they just opened up talks with Krejci last week. And if they can get a deal like this done in a week, why can't they get, the two of their young core players signed by September 18th when camp opens? I think they can, and right now I have every reason to believe they will. The guys, want to stay, and why would you want to leave a team like this that's built to compete? I still think there's going to be some hurdles next summer because there are some big name. Obviously Krejci's locked up, but Soderberg's a free agent. Dougie Hamilton's rookie deal's up. There's a couple other things to keep an eye on, but I like where the team's going, and I think that they will be in good shape going forward. The cap's going up, so giving Krejci a bump in pay was definitely the right move, and goes to show you how highly they think of the skilled Czech winger, who is one of the best playmakers in the game. Really a great facilitator, plays good two-way hockey, and is a perennial league leader in plus-minus. As much you want to argue that's an antiquated stat, you know what? The guy's pretty damn good defensively. Plays a good all-around game, and really fits Claude Julien's system perfectly. So we'll see what happens, with regards to the other contracts he had signed. But I'm happy with this move, if anything, because you don't got to worry about the contract talks going on during the season. That's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the Boston Bruins re-signing David Krejci to a 6-year, $43 million extension. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the offseason and beyond. Later, guys.